name is Isabel Raiza, and I'm a co-founder of For the Greater Good.
Amanda Breland, concerned community member.
Lamont Taylor. I've been a Hillcrest resident since 5th grade.
My name is Sylvia Campos, and I work for the Greater Good and the organization called For the Greater Good.
My name is Armand Alex. I am with the Gulf of Mexico Youth Climate Summit. I'm a co-founder.
My name is James Klein, but I go by Jim. I'm the president of the Coastal Bend chapter, Coastal Bend Sierra Club group, I guess it is.
Hi, I'm Ale. I am a community member here in Corpus Christi.
My name is Joey Gonzalez. I'm a 4th generation Corpus Christian, local artist, organizer.
My name is Laramie. I'm a member of Corpus Christi DSA.
My name is Elida Castillo, and I am the program director for TISFA Texas.
My name's Peyton Campbell. I work with Coastal Watch Association.
I'm Rhiannon Scott. I'm the executive director for Coastal Watch Association.
My name's Eli McKay, and I work with the Coastal Action Network.
Seeing and knowing that people like you or I or our family members or our friends or our colleagues, our comrades, etc., we're taking action. That is what gives me hope. Hope for me is action-oriented, and I see all these little puzzle pieces, whether it's here in Corpus Christi or across the Gulf of Mexico, or with the folks we're connected to in Europe, across trade. I see all these puzzle pieces, these individual things that we're doing, but then also identifying the bigger ones we're doing together. And I know that putting them down on a table and piecing them together, we're completing this bigger puzzle of accomplishing a just and sustainable world for us all.
Yeah, the wins that, when people ask about wins connected to the work that we do, I really don't think about permits. I don't think about any of that stuff. For me, it is when people come together as a community and they exercise their voice and they feel empowered.
Really, showing up to these city council meetings and advocating for yourself and getting other people that, educate them what's going on, and if they don't like it, you need to show up and you need to let them know. And that's a really big win when you can have community show up and really advocate for themselves.
I think one of the biggest things I've taken away is how many people care. I think that's been really empowering for me. I've really connected with a lot of people that are really passionate and care not just about themselves, about our community, about our water, about our land, our resources. Yeah, it was really cool to see that there is a really big community of people who have been fighting for a really long time. I'm brand new to everything. I still feel I have a long way to go. But yeah, it was really inspiring to see how many people are fighting and have been fighting. It sucks that we've been having to fight so long, but yeah, I really admire a lot of people I've met. So.
I see water as this really great unifier. It's something that impacts everybody's life. It's something that everyone can understand the value of, whether everyone has a relationship to it, whether you're a fisher or you're just a community member. We all need water in some way or other. So it really is a great rallying cry and something that can really unite folks from across the political spectrum. And when you're, as a community, are facing a water shortage that is completely man-made, it's really easy to understand and follow, well, where's the water going? Oh, it's going to industry. It's a vital component of oil and gas production. Which begs the question, why are we suffering for their benefit? Why do we suffer when they don't have to?
You're already organizing, you just don't know it yet. And there are so many things that you care about, and once you start to realize that you are a part of a community rather than fighting things on your own lonesome, then you can start recognizing power in numbers rather than power in individuality.
I think what's the most difficult is the disconnect from the people that live in areas that are at risk. They really have a belief that the local officials are doing a lot and doing the most for us. And so my experience, out block walking, especially in District 1, District 1 encompasses pretty much the whole Refinery Row area. So there's communities like Hillcrest, like Donna Park, that have been subjected to major health risks, and the people that live there have not been given the attention and time that they need from local elected officials as well as their neighbors, these corporations that are, spewing toxins into the air.
We got to bring people from all different walks of life. Like, we got to reach out to everybody. Holding community meetings. People are, it's not that people are for things, it's a lot of times people aren't aware of what is happening. So when we bring that awareness and we engage the community, and they're able to hear from, a different narrative, because often we're fed like one certain narrative of how like this is going to benefit us, but we're not always told how it's going to harm us.
What's going to happen is that local citizens are going to have to become aware of their surroundings.
Fossil fuels and its toxins are something that we're not able to escape. It affects everyone. And I think that people should get involved, because whether it's your mother, your sister, or your grandmother, or your brother, or your friend, or even just yourself, you should still want to be able to care for those individuals. And knowing that there's also an opportunity for you to leave something behind worth fighting for, I think that it brings me back to finding the hope in all of this chaos that is around us.
You're trying to connect these very big, beautiful ideas of a future with everybody else's big, beautiful ideas as to what that future looks like, with different personalities and different emotions, that you're not going to get it right. And you have to accept that. And I think that's been like the number one thing, specifically in the context of this kind of like trying to be a big city, Corpus Christi, but also having like the coziness of a rural urban landscape.
It has been nonstop just battles on situations that I didn't know about living in the city itself. I didn't know about all of the environmental injustice going on until I came on to this organization.
I'm definitely someone who is more on the shy side when it comes to like meeting new people, but yeah, just I don't know, just dive in, like pay attention virtually. Like it doesn't have to be all in at once. You can take your time, but yeah, don't be afraid to reach out. There's a lot of people that are here for support and are really good at educating you, have a lot of knowledge, have a lot of passion. But yeah, there's plenty, even if it's not desal, it could, just be volunteering in general, is a good step to meeting people who are connected. I feel like most people are connected with local organizations. So yeah, I don't know, just dive in.
There's so many opportunities to humble yourself. There's so many opportunities to learn from your elders and your betters and your peers. There's opportunities to speak truth to power. There's room to make mistakes. There's room to be held accountable. There's room to find community. And that's the best thing about organizing.
So through all of this, it just seemed as if the elected officials were out of step with the mood of the general public, because we got a lot of sentiment from the general public that people who supported what we were doing, but they were unwilling to show that support publicly because they're afraid for their jobs. And so we got a lot of low-down high fives or low-down thumbs up, right? People would be sitting down in city council chambers even, give us a thumbs up down here. It couldn't be seen publicly.
It's easier to attract people to you once you build a rapport with them. And once you recognize like what you're fighting for isn't a unique problem and situation. Like people have been fighting for decades for better living conditions or causes that they care about, and once we recognize that, there is such great power in multiple people rather than the singular person.
The important thing is going into conversations with an open mind. Just because somebody may have different beliefs than you, may come from a different industry than you, or may side, like go in there and find common ground.
I think going into it, you make assumptions about people, like, oh, they have this particular looking house. There's no way that, they're gonna have the same opinion as I am on this particular issue. But one thing I certainly have learned is looks can be deceiving, and it doesn't matter what someone's background is. Whenever it comes to our most basic needs, like clean air, clean water, clean land, we agree that we all have a right to those things. And it's been a really, really refreshing reminder doing organizing work that is something that does connect us to our neighbors.
That's the work that a lot of us have to do, even us seasoned organizers have to do, of like everything is interconnected, and it's not just like if this group is free then we're all free, because that's easy to capture on social media, right? And it's effective, but what does that mean as a person when you're like, my passion issue are animal rights? What does that look like, and how can that be connected to autonomy for Black people or Indigenous people or trans people, right? And being able to step outside of yourself and connect those ideas. Always reflect first.
The lesson, again, is I think going outside your comfort zone, as hard as it might be, you won't know, what can happen unless you try. You have to try. So I think it's a blessing. I think it's important for us to be true to ourselves. With me being on city council and not giving up, and having little recognition, having no pedigree, having no money, but just staying true to why one was running and why I think that's the important thing about anything is your why. You have to have a strong reason why you do what you do.